Hey guys, it's Graham. Thanks again for checking out my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video that I've been promising for a long time. Basically my first 12 months of selling on Amazon. Take you guys through the numbers, the profit, and all that stuff. But first, just wanted to apologize. I haven't made a video in, I think, exactly a month or a bit over a month now. It's just been a combination of being super sick the last week and a half or so, as well as just, I didn't really feel like it, to be honest. Was spending a lot of time working on my Amazon business, but crypto and Amazon business YouTube videos have not been the priority lately. So yeah, I'm going to try to put out some more video content for you guys, but I haven't been very good at keeping my promises with the videos. If you guys are just here for the crypto content, I will be producing more of it. I will be doing sponsored paid videos as I do sometimes. It's good money, so I'm going to continue to do that. And I've kind of been kicking myself for not doing it for the last month or so. But I also want to bring you guys good, real, valuable content that isn't paid content. Aside from that, let's get into the numbers. For those of you guys who've been following me for my whole journey, I started filming and producing my YouTube videos last year near the time where I launched my first product, and basically just wanted to document the whole journey as I went, just from startup to where I'm at now. I thought it would be really cool to be one of the few channels that documented, the days before I was even selling anything. Most people become a YouTuber related to Amazon content because they became successful, but as we know, probably 5 to 10% of people that start up an Amazon business like this actually end up being successful. Of course, if I was teaching you, you'd probably be a lot higher than that, but it's a simple fact that most sellers just can't get a product off the ground because they don't put the work in or whatnot. So yeah, here we are. We're looking right now at firstly my Canadian portion of my account. So for those of you guys who know me, know that I started in Canada. I launched my first product in Canada. Obviously, I don't tell that product because it's still running. I don't want copiers and whatnot. But we can see here, sales are measured in units orders along the side here. And we can see some ebbs and flows. I'm also going to talk about my different products and when I added them. I have it listed up here, so I'm going to go through those. But we can see here, July 29th, I listed my first product. It did well because there was low competition. And then major supplier error. I chose a bad supplier. They were out of stock for like 10 days in here because they took 48 days to do a shipment that they thought was going to be 21. So super pathetic, but that really was bad for my business because, as you guys can see, for the next month and a half or so, sales really declined until about till we got to kind of the Q4 area. So once we did hit Q4, sales did start spiking high again, and it wasn't until about this range, the end of the year, so end of December, where I had finally, for those of you guys who know, I went to Thailand, met up with a bunch of other sellers. We networked, and I came up with plans to launch more products. So the first 6 months or whatever it was, I was launching one product, and it did as well as pretty much my combined products for the rest of the year. So unfortunately, that does tell you the way that this product has kind of died off, unfortunately, just due to competition. But getting back to it, yeah, we were selling well during Q4. A lot of sales, a lot of profit. As you guys can see, throughout the first 12 months, I did $86,000 in sales and 4,726 units ordered. Of course, this ends in June of this year, so I have continued to sell, but I'm not going to be talking about that in this video today. Like I said, I did launch 2 new products in this area, and you can see that sales were quite high for the next little while. The dates that I officially launched products were July 29th to the first one, December 18th, and December 24th. Then we have February 27th, which is more up here, March 12th, August 9th. And that's it for this graph. I have launched more later on. But yeah, so we're getting caught up in the numbers here. What did we see? Well, we basically saw a nice big trend over December. It continued through the start of the year, all the way up to even March. I think February and March were some of my best months. I was making several hundred profit per day, and sales were in the $500 to $1,000 a day range pretty much consistently every single day. What happened after that? Basically, the Canadian market got flooded with Chinese competitors over the last, half year. So my Canadian markets have been quite down. I do have increased sales, up to now, but it has been not as much growth as I would have expected because I have continued to launch new products. However, my revenue has stayed about the same, unfortunately. So need to either just be launching more and more products or finding ways to make my products last longer in the niches that they're in, and really, leverage some new strategies to hopefully increase my business a ton for 2019, which is what I'm really gearing up to do now. To this day, I have 8 products. 3 of them are in both Canada and USA, and then 3 more that are just in Canada, but one of them is a variation, and some of them are the same product in Canada and USA, if that makes sense. So anyways, that's a good enough look at Canada for you. Had a good Q4 and then slowed down because of Chinese competition. Overall, 4,700 units sold in my first 12 months of doing an online business. When I started my business, I was like, if I can make $30 a day, if I can make 2 sales a day, I'll be so happy. And so really, that turned into almost 5,000 units sold. Pretty nice to see, I guess. So let's switch over here. So here I have my American graph for you guys here. Obviously, my first product was not in America, so that second product that I launched was in America, which was on October 13th, I believe. The rest of my products were launched January 19th, July 31st, wherever that would be, and that's it for the first 12 months of selling on Amazon. I have launched one more just within the last week or so. But USA was a mess, let's put it that way. So basically, as you guys can see here, sales started, they were kind of slow. They got a little bit better, selling 10 units a day some days at $5-10 profit. It was a good product. However, it's a type of product where, some people might not be happy with it occasionally. It might not suit their needs, let's say, and they return it. So what Amazon did was they blocked the listing and said you have to make it more clear to your customers what exactly you're offering. So this big 2-week period was me out of stock because they temporarily delisted my product. Got it back selling again, and did introduce a new product around here. So the original product actually kind of did poorly again, to about here, where it got delisted again, and now we're just selling out the units, and I'll be done with it because that product has been such a headache. It's been delisted twice, and I don't want to mess around with Amazon anymore. They could potentially just completely shut down the product, and then I'm stuck with units that I paid thousands for. So definitely we're canceling that product. I only have like 20 units left, so it'll be nice to have that gone and sold, and I can put that money into different things. But through March, and so maybe March, April, May, that new product that I introduced was really good. It did a very good job, lots of sales. And, as per usual, a lot of new Chinese competition has come in the last 6 months. So starting around this area, there's been other issues too. I didn't launch products as well as I could have. If I could give myself the knowledge back then of the knowledge that I have now, I could probably be looking at 500,000 in sales in my first year. Honestly, if I had done stuff right, it would have been no question. But you're new, you're going to learn stuff. That's what happened to me. And it was, if I could make, 5 figures in my first 12 months of selling and be profitable and learn a ton and be able to just, pick up on all this knowledge and start to grow my business, I'm not going to be too upset. I made several $1,000s. I want to say it's around, my first 12 months was probably around 20 or 30K from the Amazon business, but a lot of that is reinvesting and buying more inventory, because the more you start selling, the more you have to buy in advance, and you really don't start pulling out money until much down the road. So yeah, 23,000 US dollars worth of sales in, well, it was more like 8 months or so, we'll say, but it was considered my first 12 months of selling. 1,375 units. So I think overall I sold over 6,000 units in the first 12 months of selling, which I'm happy with. Hopefully things don't go too crazy in terms of Chinese competition over the next year or so, and I really think I'll be able to scale up my business to hopefully $1 million or something within a calendar year, within the next year or maybe two. So hopefully it's an exponential curve upwards. I kind of jumped around a ton in this video. I'll be having more videos kind of explaining different things here and there, but wanted to give you guys a brief overview. Doing a lot in product sales, but maybe 30 or 40,000 of it was profit, but most of that, actually it was probably more like 40 or 45,000. I have it all written down. I just don't even think about it these days. Is profit, but so much of it just gets reinvested that you don't think of it as profit, because you don't actually get to use and spend that money, because it's going towards just $1,000 purchases on new products. So yeah, overall year one was definitely better than I ever could have hoped for at the start, because I never even knew if I'd be successful. So I'm happy to be successfully selling these days and living a life of freedom where I can basically do what I want on a day-to-day basis. But there's a lot of growth that needs to happen for me to really get where I want to go with this. So like I said, sales have been quite a bit better, the last few months. That's not included in this video because this was only the first 12 months of selling, and I've been selling for about 1.5 years now. I want to thank all you guys for tuning in, watching the video. If you guys are new around here, I hope that I entertained enough with some boring graph analysis, but just know that there'll be a lot more content to come. It kind of goes in ebbs and flows when I feel like producing content or not, but definitely figure that I'm one of the more knowledgeable people when it comes to Amazon on YouTube, and my knowledge is only growing as it is right now. So I'll end the video there, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe if you guys want to see further content like this. Give it a thumbs up. I'm happy to answer all your guys' comments in the section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So thanks guys for watching. Peace out.